Welcome back to another edition of Cutting Edge Hardware Coverage, where we talk real performance and real facts. No fluff. Today, we're looking at a serious contender in the world of graphics cards, the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT. This isn't just another GPU launch. AMD is pushing boundaries, and it wants your full attention. So let's break it down. The graphics card landscape has always been a battlefield. AMD and NVIDIA have been trading blows for years, but what AMD just dropped might be the most calculated strike yet. Their RX 9070 XT is shaping up to be more than just a sequel. It's looking like the smarter, faster evolution of everything that came before it. Now here's the big question. Is the RX 9070 XT really faster than everything else out there in 2025? And not just faster on paper, but faster where it actually counts in your games, in your creative workflows, and in your real-world performance. Let's not just skim the surface. We're going deeper to understand if AMD's bold claims hold up. 1. Specs don't tell the whole story. To start things off, let's address something critical. Raw specs alone won't tell you what a GPU is really capable of. Sure, numbers like teraflops, stream processors, and memory bandwidth are important. But what truly matters is how those numbers convert to actual gaming and productivity results. And that's where this GPU begins to shine. In a series of extensive real-world tests, the RX 9070 XT consistently outpaces its predecessor, the RX 9700 XT. The performance boost may not seem dramatic at first glance, around 3 to 7% gains at 4K resolution, but here's what that really means. These improvements aren't just academic. They translate to smoother frame rates, better power delivery, and improved thermal handling. It's about stability, consistency, and long-term usability at 4K resolution. Where GPU stress is at its peak, the RX 9070 XT consistently edges out the 9700 XT. The difference is visible. Frame drops are less frequent, gameplay stays more fluid, and overall performance feels more refined. Now drop the resolution to 1440p, and the differences become less noticeable, often just a few frames apart. If you're a gamer in that resolution bracket, both cards perform admirably, but the RX 9070 XT is clearly better optimized for the future. It's built to last longer. It's built to stay relevant. 2. Efficiency is the hidden weapon, but here's where AMD flips the script: power efficiency. This is where the RX 9070 XT really distances itself from past generations and even some of NVIDIA's latest offerings. AMD's latest GPU architecture, RDNA 4, brings with it a focus not just on performance, but on delivering that performance more efficiently than ever. In real-world usage, the RX 9070 XT consumes less power under load than the 9700 XT. That means less heat, less noise, and less strain on your system overall. You won't need to invest in a monster PSU or massive cooling solution just to run this makes it ideal for compact builds or small form factor systems that demand both power and thermal efficiency. And that's not all. Lower power draw also means quieter fans, less wear and tear over time, and potential savings on your energy bill. These small factors add up in the long run, especially if your PC runs for hours every day. 3. Synthetic benchmarks tell an interesting story. Now let's talk about numbers, but the right kind of numbers. Synthetic benchmarks like 3DMA, RK Time, SPI, and Speedway show the RX 9070 XT pulling ahead of the NVIDIA RTX 4080 Super by 6 to 8%. That's a significant lead in this tier of cards. Let that sink in for a moment. This is not AMD's flagship card, and yet it's matching or surpassing NVIDIA's top-end options in some benchmark scenarios. That's an achievement. It also raises the question: how powerful will the flagship be if the 9070 XT is already performing this well? Sure, synthetic tests aren't the ultimate measure of a GPU, but they offer a reliable baseline. And right now, that baseline strongly favors AMD's newest offering. 4. A silent but confident launch-own aspect of this card's story is how AMD chose to unveil it. Originally, the RX 9070 XT was expected to debut at CES 2025. Teasers were dropped, expectations were high, and the tech community was buzzing. But at the keynote event, nothing. No reveal, no deep dive, no presentation. Instead, AMD made a surprising move. They decided to give the RX 9070 XT a dedicated showcase instead of lumping it into a packed CES lineup. According to AMD's head of gaming marketing, Frank Othor, this GPU deserved the spotlight all to itself. And it's hard to argue with that. This decision, although it delayed the reveal, shows AMD's confidence in the product. They didn't just want to show it off, they wanted to make sure the world was paying attention. 5. Strategic positioning against NVIDIA. Insiders believe the delay wasn't just about giving the card a special stage, it was also a strategic move to control the launch narrative, fine-tune driver support, and better align the RX 9070 XT against NVIDIA's upcoming RTX 50 series. In a game where timing is everything, AMD may have just pulled off the perfect play. By waiting, they avoided sharing headlines with NVIDIA's CES announcements. Now, they dominate the conversation, at least for the moment. And it doesn't hurt that early driver optimization is already paying off. Expect even better performance as AMD refines support in the months ahead. 6. Core specs and build quality. Let's dive into the hardware itself. The RX 9070 XT comes with a boost clock of up to 3.0 GHz and a base clock around 2.52 GHz. That's fast. Seriously fast. It also comes equipped with 16 GB of GDDR6 RAM and 4960 stream processors, a well-rounded spec sheet that balances speed with stability. In testing, Asus variants of the RX 9070 XT held their clocks well under pressure. No major drops, no thermal throttling. Even during stress tests, temperatures stayed within safe limits. This means you can expect consistent performance without surprises. The total board power lands around 329 watts, slightly higher than expected, but completely justified given the output. For its performance class, this power draw is completely reasonable, especially considering the efficiency improvements. 7. What kind of gamer should buy this? So, who exactly should consider the RX 9070 XT? Let's break it down. If you're a 4K gamer, this card is made for you. It offers enough bandwidth and headroom to deliver consistent frame rates at high resolutions without sacrificing image quality. If you're a content creator, especially someone who deals with video editing, 3D rendering, or high-resolution projects, this card has the memory capacity and speed to keep up. But even if you're a 108OP or 144OP gamer, the RX 9070 XT still has value. It's more than just raw power, it's future-ready. Games are getting heavier. Engines are getting more complex. Having a little extra horsepower is always a smart investment. 8. Expected price and market positioning. As of now, AMD hasn't officially revealed the price, but the speculated launch price sits around $600. This places it firmly in the high mid-range category, directly challenging NVIDIA's 70-class cards. And it's here that AMD's strategy becomes clear. They're offering a product that delivers near-flagship performance, superior efficiency, and quieter operational at a more approachable price point. It's a smart move. NVIDIA's recent launches have leaned toward higher prices and higher power draw. AMD is offering an alternative that's just as capable, but smarter in how it performs. Summary of Section 1 so far. The Radeon RX 9070 XT looks like a thoughtful, refined upgrade. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't have to. It improves where it counts. You're getting better energy efficiency, real gains in 4K gaming, improved thermals, higher boost clocks, solid value for money, a smarter launch strategy. It's clear that AMD isn't just reacting to market pressure. They're shaping it. And the RX 9070 XT is their strongest message yet. But we're not done yet. Because in Section 2, we're going even deeper. We'll look at thermal performance, long-term reliability, driver maturity, and AMD's future roadmap with RDNA 4 stick around, because what's coming next could be just as important as the benchmarks we've already seen.